Hey guys, Tony here and welcome to my home theatre tour for 2022. I can't believe it's been more than a year since I last shared my room in a video, and since then there have been quite a few updates and changes. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to the home theatre community and YouTube who have gotten behind me and supported my channel by liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. I've been able to change my room into something that I think is pretty close to as good as possible in a small space. So let's not waste any more time, let's get into the video. So starting with the room dimensions, we have a 3.6 meter wide by 4.6 meter deep room with 3 meters high ceiling, so it's pretty boxy and terrible for acoustics, but with the work done to treat the walls with acoustic treatment from my good friend Mick from Sydney Hi-Fi Monavale, we have the room sounding echo free. We also installed a curtain along the side wall, which adds to the light control and also adds a nice aesthetic. The floor is a plush pile carpet with a thick underlay which feels really nice underfoot. The last piece of the acoustic treatment is the star ceiling made from acoustic pinboard. My star ceiling journey is documented in a video and it's actually my best performing video with over 500,000 views, so if you'd like to take a look and see how I did that, there is a card up above for you to check out after this video. I also added these timber panels to the sides of my screen which were inspired by my friend Brian's home theatre. I love how they look in my room and just add a little feature to the front wall. Lighting is LifeX strips behind the seats and in the front as well, with Govee lights around the screen alcove, which means that when I show off the speakers, I can light them up. As I used to have 2 rows of seats in here, which was actually not really practical, there is a 1.8 meter riser at the back of the room, which houses my brand new Valencia Theatre Seating TUSCANY Ultimate recliners. I had the original TUSCANY seats here before, and when the opportunity came to get a set of the new Ultimates, I couldn't resist. So with the help of my dad, we moved the original TUSCANY recliners upstairs to my casual media room because they are just too nice to sell, and we began the task of bringing in the new Ultimates into the room. Anyone that has Valencia seats will know how heavy and solid these chairs are, and after a bit of work to get them down the hallway, we unboxed them and set them into place.
Beautiful.
Look at it. Do you see the difference though?
I can, easily.
And the feel of it? What do you think, Dad? Do you think they're good?
Alright, I'm taking them home.
You're welcome to them.
As hard as it was to get them in here.
Yeah, you'll take them home. While heavy, these chairs are very easy to install. You just need to read the directions to make sure that you get the seats placed in the correct order.
I don't need directions.
We began by slotting the metal grooves under the seats to line up and push them together. Then we placed the seat backs into the grooves and pushed down, and the hard bit was done. All that was left to do was to connect up the cables at the back for the lights and the reclining functions, and the seats were ready to enjoy. Everyone who has come to my theatre and sat in these chairs comment on how luxurious they look and feel. They feature a 20,000 grade Napa leather which has a matte finish to them which I really like. The leather is soft to the touch but nice and tight against the foam inserts. They are a little stiffer than the standard TUSCANY seats, so give you a feel of really being supported. There are 3 points of recline with neck, back and legs. The motors are fast but quiet, and what I really like is that there is a special button that will record the position you set, so when you find your most comfortable place, you simply press and hold the button and it will record that. So next time you come in to watch a movie, you can press one button and it will get you there without fiddling around for the right position. Another change is that the touch panel doesn't have any lights on it, which I know was a problem for some people as it was quite distracting, and the button layout has been revised for these new Ultimate chairs as well. As someone who loves RGB lighting, having the ability to toggle through different colours is a welcome addition. Depending on what theme I'd like to show my room with, I can change the colours to suit, and I would love a way for them to be daisy chained so that you could control them all through the one chair, but I like the ability to match everything in my room with the light schemes I want to show at any time. The seats also have a leather hard panel which goes on the back, so if you view these seats from the back, they have a very polished look about them instead of the soft leather flap that comes with the standard TUSCANY seats. The next biggest change with the Ultimate seats is that the inserts are perforated with double stitching, which gives a really luxurious look and extra comfort for long viewing sessions. I also ordered an iPad holder which is used to control my Trinnov Altitude 16, which I'll show you in a little bit, as well as the wine caddy. These are all available for purchase through the website. The other main point of difference with the Ultimates is the lined armrest storage compartment. It's nice and deep and you can store a lot of things in there like your remote controls or even the tray tables. I also like that the cup holders are made from metal and can easily be removed to wash them out if they get a little bit dirty. I'm super happy with my Valencia Tuscany Ultimates and they are one of my favourite features in this room. I'd also like to mention that recently I became a dealer for Valencia Theatre Seating here in Australia. As a YouTuber, I don't really align myself with many brands on an official basis, but Valencia is a brand that I can really get behind as I love the quality of their products and they have been really amazing to deal with, especially as I'm in Australia. When I ordered my first set of seats, working out all the customs and the shipping details and the tax arrangements, they were very helpful. Now that they're officially in Australia, it seemed like a natural fit for me to get behind them. Any purchases made through me go towards supporting the channel for things like the 3 cameras that I have set up in my studio and all of the audio gear and editing PC. So if you're in Australia and you're after some Valencia seats, check the link down in the description for my email address to see if I can help you out. Also, if you're anywhere else in the world, I have links to these seats down in the description. Moving along to the AV, I still have my EPSON TW9300, and I have to say that since learning how to calibrate it from my friend Leo, I have this picture looking pretty special. I think that it's a very underrated projector, and I've seen the likes of Barco and Christie and other high-end Sony laser projectors. Sure, they are better, but for the cost of this projector and the limitations of my room with regards to the throw distance, I really can't see any reason to replace this projector with something else. I did test out the EPSON LS12000B, and yes, it's a great projector, but I didn't feel that it was enough right yet to upgrade to it. This is my own opinion. I'm sure you will have your own ideas about it, but that's just how I feel about it myself. I don't like to upgrade just for the sake of it. I recently replaced the bulb, which was only $150, and I recalibrated the Rec 2020 profile, lowering the iris down to -10, brought the black floor down, and while there is a sacrifice in light output, I'm still getting around 75 nits with the color filter on, which makes the image look insanely good. So an upgrade isn't completely off the cards, but for now I'm very happy with the EPSON in my room. For the screen, I have the Encore 120-inch 16:9 acoustic transparent screen, and finally was able to do something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and that was to put a hinge on it so that I could show off the speakers. I used wall anchors and 3 lengths of piano hinges screwed into the top. My next challenge is to find some struts to hold the screen up, but for now, if I want to show anyone, I just have to hold it up. So under the screen we have the Krix MX-10 LCR speakers built into the specially made alcove and the plinth that I have for them. They are a high performance speaker with a 10-inch mid-bass driver and a 1-inch tweeter behind a proprietary waveguide which gives amazingly good off-axis performance. These are the perfect speaker for my size room and hit reference and beyond with ease. The MX-10s are a modular speaker system that involves identical left, center and right speakers with 2 12-inch subwoofers on either side. To improve the angles for my left and right, I also have spacer panels which are identical to the LCR speakers and they help to widen the soundstage a little bit. For surrounds we have the Krix symmetric speakers which are now known as the IW50s, and they are placed on the sides and the back of my room and produce very clean, crisp sounds matching the front soundstage. I am considering adding 2 more speakers in a front wide position, which are the Hyperphonics 45s, as they can be angled towards the main seat. I'm not quite yet sure, but I'm definitely thinking about it. For overheads, I have the Atmospherics A20s. These angle toward the main seat, as I had to place them just slightly off directly overhead and in the bulkhead. The 20-degree angle allows them to have better off-axis response than if they were just pointing straight down. The last speaker I have in my room is the Volcanic Slim subwoofer, which is similar to the main LCR sub, however in a slimmer form factor, and it can go pretty low and provides the punch in my room as a near-field sub. It also helped to fix some of the bass nulls in my room, which have been well documented on my channel. Overall, these speakers give a big sense of enjoyment while I'm watching a movie. They just fill the room with a cinematic sound signature that Krix is known for, and with the big changes I've made in my server rack, you'll see why. I've recently rebuilt my rack, separating out the IT and networking gear and the home theater gear, as I made some pretty big upgrades. First of all, in my rack I have the Panasonic DP UB820, which I haven't used in quite a while, as I prefer to use my ZIDOO Z1000 Pro to play back my physical media rips. I love the ZIDOO players and have made a few videos on them, which I can leave down in the description, but these ZIDOO players were a game changer for how I use my home theater. I rip and store my physical media on my NAS and then directly play them back through my ZIDOO player. The player allows for a true one-to-one playback and has video processing built in for true Dolby Vision, which of course I can't utilize properly as I have a projector, but it does a great job in emulating Dolby Vision for those movies that have it. I love the ability to scroll through my physical media library with the movie poster wall and check out the various bits of information about the movie before I decide on what to watch. It's not for everyone, I understand that many people would rather flip discs. I'm going to make a video very soon on my workflow for ripping and storing my physical media, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss that video. Next we have the biggest and most expensive upgrade to my theater room, and that is the Trinnov Altitude 16. This is a very recent purchase, and I actually had a video on it where my good friend Michael from Krix came up from Adelaide to help me configure and calibrate it to my room. The difference that this processor has made is beyond words. I wish I could express the difference it's made paired with my MX-10 speakers. It's just been an incredible upgrade for the room. The other benefits of the Trinnov Altitude platform is that it can be continuously updated forever, as it's a software-based processor. So when DTS:X Pro came along, Trinnov had it a good year before anyone else, and instead of needing to replace your receiver as the codecs are baked into the DSP, a software update will give you all of the new formats. Trinnov was on my list and a pipe dream from my early days in my home theater journey, so I'm beyond thrilled to have it in my home theater. It's certainly the most expensive purchase I've made, but it's probably the biggest upgrade in terms of performance that I've gotten out of my room. The Altitude 16 also has the ability to add 4 additional channels, which means I can add 2 more speakers for my front wides and also add an additional subwoofer to take my room to 9.4.6, which is my ultimate goal with my room. Next we have the Krix Electra Theatre HD2 amplifiers, which are an ultra low distortion high powered amplifier, matching very well with my Krix speakers and the Trinnov processor. I have 3 of the 5 channel amplifiers, which means that I can go for the 15 speaker channels when I'm ready, and these amplifiers also have the ability to add 2 more channels to each of them, as the chassis can take up to 7 channels. Not that my room needs more than 15 speakers, but you never know. Before we end the video, let's take another look around the room. I hope that, if anything, my home theater journey can inspire those of you who want to get a great looking and performing dedicated home cinema in their house, and it can be done on any budget. It just takes time and persistence and a little bit of hard work. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you smash the like button for me and consider subscribing to see my future videos. I will have links to everything mentioned in this video down in the description, so check them out if you're interested. I'd like to thank you for watching, and if you have any questions at all, please leave them down in the description below. Anyway guys, that's it for this one. You'll catch me in the next one. Bye for now.